Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at noon starts now.
Stabbed to death inside a home. Now at noon, police search for a killer on Detroit's west side. Plus, Founders just announced the reopening of the Detroit tap room, and that's not all. The brewing company's new direction in the wake of a racial discrimination lawsuit. But first, it didn't take long. After a few flurries teased us over the weekend, most of us woke up to snow blanketing our lawns, cars, and roads this morning. What a sight that was. Thank you so much for joining us for Local 4 News at noon. I'm Rhonda Walker. There were a lot of people that were late for work this morning because of that dusting. This morning's snow caught a lot of folks off guard, leading to many crashes all over the Metro Detroit freeways. Remember, this is just the first round of winter weather, only the beginning. Time now to get over to Brandon. I think we failed our first test this morning. The morning drive was rough.
Oh, how forgetful we are of how dangerous it can be. Even without ice, it was just slippery. Bridges, overpasses were a little more icy, but in general, air temps right near freezing. So how about 2 to 5 inches over the last 24 hours from Saginaw to Midland? We did not get that, but here we are right now, low to middle 30s with a pretty good northwest wind, about 12 miles an hour, and it'll be 8 to 18 through the day, 34 now, with some clearing skies starting to get a little thinning out there now. A flake flurry or two, especially closer to the big lakes with that north wind coming over as lake effect type stuff. But 37 will feel like 20s, and that is about it. Maybe a flake or flurry. The next threat will be the overnight as things clear out. Lower 20s with wind chills in the teens to start your Friday, Rhonda. We'll talk about a stretch of unusually cold air continuing.
Brandon, thank you. Detroit police are investigating at a home after a man was stabbed to death this morning. Larry Spruill joins us now live from the scene on Ashton Avenue on the city's west side. Larry, what have you been able to find out about what happened here?
Well, Rhonda, I just spoke with the family literally about 5 minutes ago, and they tell me that the victim is 62-year-old Tony Johnson. He is the oldest of 10 children, a father, a brother, a nephew, and an uncle as well. Now, we have new video into our newsroom of the scene, and you can see family members. They are embracing and hugging each other. That happened just about 5 minutes ago, as I mentioned. Now, it's a very sad scene out here, but here's what we know and want to tell you at this very hour. Police tell me they found Johnson in his 60s, stabbed to death inside the home on Ashton Street on Detroit's west side. That happened around 7:30 this morning. Now, a spokesperson with Detroit Police tells me there is severe trauma to the body, but as of now, they can't confirm whether or not this is a home invasion, but that is something they are investigating. Now, we're back out here live, and that is the home that police have been focusing in, walking in and out of that home all morning. As you can see, there's crime scene tape up. The crime scene services van is still out here at this very hour as well. Now, police, one thing they want you to pay attention to is that they are still looking for the suspect or suspects at this very hour. They are still canvassing this neighborhood, going from door to door, asking neighbors if they saw anything. Now, I did mention to you that I just spoke with family members about 5 minutes ago. I'm going through that sound as we speak right now. I'll have more on that. I'm working on that part of the story. All new tonight at 5. We are live on the Detroit's west side this afternoon. Larry Spruill, Local 4.
Very disturbing, Larry. Thank you. Meanwhile, Founders Brewing just announced that its Detroit tap room is going to reopen, and it will happen sometime in early 2020. This comes following a racial discrimination lawsuit that made national headlines. While no specific date was given, Founders leaders say that it's employees that will continue to be paid through the end of the year. Additionally, when the tap room does reopen, all the profits through at least 2022 are going to be donated to Detroit charities and organizations.
But what we're really striving to do here is to work with the community. We want to work with fellow Detroiters. We want to work with the neighborhoods. We want to work with our staff and understand where we should deploy those funds so that we really engage with the community in a very serious way.
Certainly turning all of this into something positive for the community. Founders leaders say that they will also hire a firm to conduct an independent audit of the Founders workplace to determine any improvements that need to be made. Right now, a man is in critical condition after a rollover crash on Detroit's west side. It happened on Grand River near Livernois at a vacant library location. Police say that a 35-year-old man was speeding and lost control of the car and then it caused it to roll over. We're told that the driver was arrested because the car was stolen. Police are investigating. Funeral arrangements are now being made for 3 American mothers and their 6 children who were murdered in Mexico. But now there are new questions about why the group was attacked and how to go after their killers. Here's Miguel Almaguer with the latest.
Top military officials in Mexico say they believe the 3 American mothers and their 6 children, some of them babies, were killed in a case of mistaken identity between rival cartels. That explanation disputed by some family members who say the cartels know everyone in the area, telling NBC News they want the government to tell the truth. Investigators have released few details. As the government faces pressure to make arrests, Mexico's president says U.S. authorities can aid in the investigation if they choose to, as families on both sides of the border grieve.
It's been a tragic nightmare, and I keep thinking I'm going to wake up.
With 5 children hospitalized, seen here getting treatment before arriving in Tucson, 8-month-old Brixton Langford was shot in the chest and grazed in the wrist. 4 of his siblings also suffered gunshot wounds, but somehow managed to survive. Some of the youngest survivors remain hospitalized after losing their mothers. Unimaginable grief after escaping an unthinkable attack.
In Mexico, authorities there say after making an arrest yesterday from a suspect who may have possibly been connected to this case, they have now ruled him out as a possible suspect. Miguel Almaguer, NBC News, Tucson.
Oh, so incredibly tragic. The impeachment inquiry is about to go public. We are 6 days away now from the first testimony Democrats claim will incriminate President Trump. Acting Ukraine Ambassador Bill Taylor is up first on Wednesday. A transcript of Taylor's private testimony shows that he told lawmakers there was a clear understanding President Trump wanted the Bidens to be investigated. Also testifying next week, State Department official George Kent and ousted Ukraine Ambassador Marie Yovanovitch.
Those open hearings will be an opportunity for the American people to evaluate the witnesses for themselves.
As we hear more testimony, in fact, the testimony that we're hearing today, it's actually getting easier to defend the president.
The Justice Department is trying to distance itself from all of this. According to 2 reports, the Attorney General refused to hold a news conference saying President Trump did nothing wrong. 2 former Twitter employees are accused of spying on behalf of Saudi Arabia. Prosecutors say that one U.S. citizen and one Saudi Arabian allegedly used their access to target known critics of the Saudi royal family. Prosecutors say a 3rd person was arrested for allegedly giving the men hundreds of thousands of dollars for helping with the operation. All 3 men are charged with acting as illegal agents of a foreign government. The snow is making a lot of us feel like Mother Nature skipped fall, but it's more than just the weather. Major retailers are already rolling out Black Friday specials. New at noon, the deals that you can get as early as tomorrow. And a new study shows the key to a good marriage might be keeping your parents and in-laws happy. New at noon, why mom and dad are just as important as your spouse.